when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are.
What up? What up? Shout out to my crazy ass voice for that one. Yeah, we'll get this show on the road in a minute. Right now, I am just going through some loops with my buddy Sailor. Gonna go through and like find some R&B stuff for a little op he's got. But yeah, I'm just gonna scroll through some of this shit, and then we will get to the review for everybody that's submitted to my Discord. So we'll start. Just kind of going through some of this. I don't know why they're taking forever to load. They be doing this. That could do it. Yeah, we'll throw that one in there. No, not quite the vibe. Not quite the vibe. Looking for more like R&B stuff. I think the reference we got was like classic Bryson Tiller. Nah. Yeah, that'll work. Basically, at this point, anytime I see something labeled as R&B, I'm sending it. But going through kind of like the melodic ones, see what's there. You know what I'm saying? I remember that that MIDI. I like that MIDI a lot. Let's see. No, not quite. What is this? Some dark shit. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, let's keep going. Okay, not great. Okay, not great. I know I have like a plugged version of this, which I might do, but I want to see how the main version sounds. Now, see, I've run into this problem with beats too. I have so many with just random names. I have no idea what they are until I listen to them. I make too much music. That might do it. That could work. No. Shit. We have so much like virtual and like EDM style shit. I'm trying to find some of the R&B loops I gotta dig. You know what I mean? Not a bad problem to have, but still. All right, that's all we got out of that pack. All right, that's fine by me. Let me see what I'm gonna send bro some midis too, so we can collab on some new shit. You know what I'm saying? But like for right now, I'm gonna send those through, and then I'll get right to this stream. You know what I mean? All right, that's okay. All right, that'll do. Let's get right into this stream, shall we? we gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to it. But let's start with I'm gonna start with the people that I know like can't get in here. I got some people from like J Diffs from the UK, like people that I know for a fact are on a different time zone. We'll just kind of start going through there. Let some people trickle in. I know Butters is probably gonna be late. Bro submitted 2 or 3. I got a whole like beat tape from Brandon to listen to, but we'll start right now with we'll start with J Diff or 1H1 Jax or something. I don't. Bro's got like 2 different screen names. We're gonna figure it out. Regardless, I'm gonna call him J Diff. If I'm wrong with that, let me know. But we're gonna start there, work our way down, see what pops up, and go from there. Yeah, let's see what J Diff got. This first one's called Tony.
Hijack.
Hijack. Okay. Like the atmosphere. Those pads are super cool. Percussion goes crazy too. Yeah, for sure, man. It had good atmosphere. I really liked the strings. I thought the percussion was crazy. I wish it hit a little bit harder, and that might just be like a space thing. But overall, like the vibe is really good. I like that it's kind of like soft but still eerie, you know. And it gets, you know, a little repetitive. But for like a placing with an artist thing, that one's really gonna work because you get the vibe locked in. You kind of flow with it. And then from there, like the song's gonna write itself. It's got sections, so it's not just like repetitive and monotonous, but it does just enough to move around and be interesting, that somebody can rap over it without losing the flow, but it also maintains like interest. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's just kind of go down Mr. Hijack's shit. Oh yeah, there we go.
Hijack.
Yep. Ooh. Yeah, that goes, man. I like that a lot. That's classic J Diff hijack. We're gonna go with hijack. That's your tag. We're gonna go with that. That's classic. I think bro calls them diary beats. I really liked the like little sign lead was dope. The electric piano sounded really good. And I like the 808 on that. It's very subby. And I like that it came in slightly behind where they normally do with his beats. I thought that was a good change up. Having listened to a lot of them, it caught me a little bit off guard, which I liked. It was a good like change of pace. And everything melodically was really well fleshed out. There were points where it was busy melodically, but that's not a bad thing. It's very on brand for the genre, for your style as well. So I'm with it. I like that one. That one's edges out the first one, pause, a little bit more, in my opinion. But let's keep running through those. Got a backpack. Oh, here we go. First of all, that shit's hard. First of all. Second, the lead, as much as I like it, is way too loud. It cuts through a little bit too sharp, and it particularly jumps up when the 808 isn't in there because the 808's sidechaining the whole beat from the master. It's just, bringing everything down, which is not a bad thing, but in order to compensate for that, the lead is pushed too high, and so it really jumps too high when there's no 808 in the mix. Outside of that, the vibe is there. Shit's tough. I'm a fan of that. I like that beat. That shit was hard. Let's see. We're just gonna keep trucking through these, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that one was super dark. It had like some Zaytoven vibes to some of it. But I'm fucking with it, dude. I'm fucking with it. Hijack's got a good pack today. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. Tony's going crazy in the chat right now, which is wonderful. But let's see. Where's... yeah, I think that's my favorite one so far. I think the melody is awesome. I do think, and this is like a running theme with a lot of these, is that I want more space. And I think some of that is coming from stuff not being panned as wide as it could. I feel like you're not taking advantage of the stereo spectrum as well as you could be, particularly with the melodic elements, because there's a lot of overlapping patterns and ideas, and to some extent sound choice. I feel like you could do a lot more in terms of making space for everything by utilizing the stereo spectrum. So like panning some stuff to kind of like widen everything. It's going to let the drums cut through a lot better. It's going to give a lot of those really cool melodic ideas space to shine. You know, like I really, really enjoyed that beat quite a bit. It's not a knock on the beat by any means, but I think just like a little bit more engineering execution could really make that stand out. And I think it's just like the beat in general is a little bit too narrow in terms of the stereo spectrum. But that's my favorite one so far. Arenas. That's my favorite one so far. That shit hard. That shit hard. And I already know a lot of purity is gonna be ridiculous. So let's see what's going on there.
Hijack.
Spacing with those strings. They're nice and wide. I like that little stop right there. The little beat cut was nice. That shit tough. That was a better example of using the stereo spectrum. Like that, like riser thing always does, you know, going left to right is really nice. But the strings in particular were really nice and wide, and I liked that. I don't know if it was caked into the sound or not, regardless, you used it correctly. The strings, when they went up in pitch to like the higher note, they were in the right side versus the lower note was on the left. That was good. That's a great use of widening the stereo spectrum, of making things interesting in the stereo spectrum, and having it evolve naturally with the part too. I think that was a good choice. But yeah, I like that one. That one, I still think Arenas edges out a little bit in terms of my favorite. However, that one is quite good. And I'm very curious to see what the rest of this pack holds. There's so many to go through, but I'm psyched to hear the rest. This has been a really solid pack so far, Hijack. Big fan, brother. Big fan. Oh my god. kick hits so hard. Oh my god. Love the 808 roll. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, it's official. It's official. Arenas has been dethroned. That shit's crazy. Literally my only complaint, and it is a super minute one. When that gross beat drop thing hits, you gotta bring the kick in right there. Like I get that there's that little delay. It's a nice little signature, but if you're gonna do something that hard into a drop, it's gotta hit on the drop because it's just like you start expecting it. And not expecting it in the sense that it's not going to hit properly or like, it's boring. It's not. But when you set that expectation for the listener and you're not getting the immediate payoff, it's not like the drop itself isn't hard, but if it came in on that one and then cut, so like a 1, 2, 3, 4, brought it all the way back again, that would hit a lot harder than having that whole first section free and then dropping it in. But again, that is like super minute. And outside of that, dude, that shit's hard, brother. That shit's hard, brother. Speaking of that, that's crazy. Hold on. Yup. Yeah, I think college is gonna take it for me. That might be the new favorite. That might just be the new favorite. Like that shit's crazy. Okay, let's continue through this pack. We got Silent with an E at the end. Silente. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to act like that's fancy. Like that lead melody a lot. Good use of the stereo spectrum with the drums in particular. Those snare rolls were insane. Ooh. The siren. That's tough. Damn, 2 heaters back to back. Yep, there we go. See, hit right there. It's gotta hit right there, man. That shit's tough, though. Oh my god, that's fire. 2 crazy ones back to back. Jeez, son. Hijack coming with the packs, brother. Coming with the packs. I mean, very rarely do you disappoint. I'll keep it a buck. But these are good. I like these a lot. Let's keep plugging away, bro. No pun intended. Now, what if this was a plug? Oh, that would have been great timing. Snare rolls. Nasty. There you go. That's what I wanted this whole time. That's perfect. Yeah, this shit hard. Hey. Yeah, that the past three have been nuts. Kick mix is good. You gave me that drop payoff. And that's what I wanted this whole time. Like the effect is really cool. The drop after it, really fucking cool. And by in a way giving me what my ear expects, you're making it hit the way that I want. And it makes it hit that much harder. I'm not saying that like when it does come in on what is that, like the third bar when it pops in. I'm not saying that that's not making the pattern hit, making the beat hard. I'm just saying like when you're coming off of a drastic build up style effect like that, bringing it in like you did there is going to make it work. It's going to make it hit. So that's the proper way to do it, in my opinion. So like if the college drop had done that, dude, perfect. And I mean perfect. Let's see what we got. A couple more. See what this Lucy joint. Jeez. That beat cut is nice. Like that second 808 a little bit more. All right, look, I know it's part of the style, so I am suspending my personal taste here for a minute. However, to give my personal taste, that first 808, little bit too like farty and heavy for me. Second one is pretty good, but while I know it's part of the style, so like I get it, personally, it's just too much. However, the rest of it really fits well, and it fits the style, like I said. But it's just a bit heavy on the distortion side. It just kind of like feels very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's thick, but not in a good way, if that makes sense. it's just like a little bit too just sub heavy. There's a balance there, and like it could be just like restraining it a little bit could do it. But again, for the style of beat, it makes sense and it hits, but it's just like a bit too much, in my opinion. But to each their own. And the last but not least from Hijack, which has been an excellent pack, is Clambo. Crazy snare rolls. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that shit tough. That's a good one to end on, honestly. Like snare rolls go crazy. 808's solid, very strong. I like the rolls in there in the 808. I like the percussions going absolutely nuts, and the lead melody is pretty damn good. Again, though, I think that college one is my favorite. That thing is just thumping through, man. I like that one. Shout out Hijack. It's a solid pack for review. All right. I know Up West is currently on a effing boat or something right now. So I'm going to listen to Bro's track here. It looks like it's a Can and Dev Stacks type beat. So we're gonna start there. Let's see what Bro got. The little tom fill is nice. I like the mix of like real sounds and trap sounds in the drums. Good sound design on the loop. Good space overall. I fuck with it, Wes. Like, I think like I said, the space and everything is really well, both in like the drums and the loop. Like the melody has a lot of really good textures to it, a lot of really good like stereo movement, sound design is really good. And the overall mix is pretty good too. My only thing is that it just gets a little repetitive. I feel like that's not a terrible thing for a placement type beat, but at the same time, like the kick hits constantly. And so like even just taking the kick out, you know, every now and then to like make it have a little bit more impact when it's in, but also not just like to make it quite as monotonous, I think would really emphasize the space. As well as like taking out a few of the little tap things. The percussion's really awesome. Like I said, I really like that there's a mix of trap sounds and like quote unquote real like live drum sounds as well. There's a lot of really good texture and depth and bounce to the overall mix. I just think like being able to, you know, like when you're arranging it, pull some pieces out here and there like a Jenga tower to like make it move a tiny bit more, I think would work a little bit better. Outside of that, like I said, mix is really good. I like the overall space. I think it works really well for the style, as well as it's wide open. You know, you can do a lot with that. There's a lot of different flows you could put over top of that. Singing, rapping, whatever you want to call it. It's all really open and available to do a lot of different shit over it. And that's what's going to make it really versatile. But again, I just think like whether changing up the low end, you know, taking a kick out, that's normally my go-to. Dropping out a couple of little percussion things, maybe a melody item here and there, just to like make it move a little bit more. I think will make it just like have a little bit more impact when everything is together. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm liking that, man. Haven't heard something from you in a minute. I am down with that. I am down with that. All right, we got a couple from Butters. I'm going to give bro a little bit of time to pop in here before I start reviewing his shit. But let's start. Brandon sent me Mr. Nace sent me a 2-piece, which should be interesting. Yeah, honestly, like, what's up, Wes? First of all, I didn't know you were in here. Second, yeah, it's really just like, I'll show you some of my arrangements at some point later on, but the best way to do it, in my opinion, is just to like basically create 2 whole sections, you know, an A section and a B section, and then an A and B within that. And a lot of it really just comes from like taking little pieces out, making it feel less like a loop to the point that like it, you know, you have just a little bit changing here and there that can make just shit move a little bit more, you know, and it makes it more interesting without, you don't want to do too much to where you lose the vibe. You know, like that's something I learned when I was recording myself, was like I would do too many beat cuts and I would end up, you know, like throwing myself off. But if you can kind of pull things out here and there, excuse me, it helps keep like the listener interested. You know what I mean? So I think just like a little bit there could really push that over the edge. I'm a big fan of that, just like overall. I think it was a really good beat. But just like those few little changes can make it a lot cleaner, a lot more interesting than it already is. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what Nace has got. I know bro's been on the sampling wave recently. Bro set up his record player and has been pulling crazy shit. He and I were down in Atlanta doing some record digging. I'm sure he got some crazy stuff out of that. We'll start with, you know what? Let's start with Kashmir. Slow down. little too loud. It's just a little jarring. I'm curious what this back half has. Because the wave's a lot louder. Oh, speed up. I'm fucking with that. I like that, you know, in both the like boom bap section and the up tempo trap section, the drums are fairly simple, and I think that's a smart choice because the sample itself is very complicated, and because there are a lot of chops happening, a lot of different sections being pulled. I think it's smart to let that kind of do the transitioning and the talking there, and then let the drums kind of keep the groove. Now, the one complaint I had, the chant is too loud, very on brand for you, Nace. But I think like outside of that thing's a bop, dude. I really like that. I'm very curious to see what the rest of the records have in store. But the sample chops are great. I like that there's a tempo change. I like that there's a vibe change as well. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna put new drums over the same thing. It actually like kind of moves a little bit, which I'm here for. I'm down for it. But let's see what this next one is. Angelic. That fill is nasty. That's nasty. God, that fill is gross. I just want to hear the drop again. Is there another switch up in here? I'm gonna skip ahead. No, okay, all right. Regardless, that shit's hard. I like that a lot. I like that there's like two sections within themselves. The fill is disgusting. Chops are good. There's a lot of different sections, which I like. A lot of times like sample beats I'm guilty of this as well. Find like one thing and just harp on it. But no, I'm with that, man. I like it. The NACE sampling era is upon us. Let me see. Let me see if that is in my texts. I'm gonna send that to Ishmael like right now. Like right now while I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna see if that's in our text. I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe not. Damn, maybe it isn't. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe I just have to scroll back through tons and tons of text to find it. But regardless, I need to send that somewhere. Let's see what that's. There's the other one. Come on now. I am gonna find this shit if it kills me. Cause I am almost completely positive that bro sent me the WAV file of this. If not, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna send it. We gonna get that placed. That shit's tough, bro. That shit's tough. All right, what we got? We got butter shit. I'm gonna give Butters a minute while I find this. I'm gonna be pissed if I can't find this shit. Bro, I swear to God. I'm kind of pissed off that I couldn't just find it. Like that shit's gonna get to me. I am so far back. Nope, there he is feeding my delusions. Okay. Damn. Oh. No. Damn it. All right, I'm just gonna text her, bro. Have him send cause I need that. I need that. What is it? All right, we gonna make that play. We gonna make that play for sure.